Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Mercy. So today we'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful long pencil gown. The one on the thumbnail is an inspiration for this, and we'll be making the half length, like the upper, yes, the upper part of this. Okay, so the one on the thumbnail has a gather on the shoulder, but my own has a gather both on the waistline and also on the shoulder. You can see the design by the side on the down part of this gown, and it also has a turtleneck. My turtleneck is a little turtleneck. You can see the gather on the shoulder and on the waistline. Please guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly do. Subscription is free, okay? It will take you nothing to subscribe. If this is what you are interested in, keep on watching. So guys, I'll be using this fabric for this tutorial. This is a Duchess fabric, okay, and it's 2 yards. This is my fancy bias that I'll be using for this. I'll start by folding the fabric into two, as you can see, and I'll start to cut the back because I'll be using the back to cut the front. I'll mark my shoulder, which is 8, and from there I'll get my shoulder to bust, which is 10, and shoulder to under bust 13, shoulder to waistline 16, and the same allowance, which is 17. As you can see, I've already marked out my zipper allowance, as you can see there. So I'll rule all the lines. I'll rule them out. I'm marking my under bust on this bag because I wanted this bag to have a fitted, okay? So from the bust, I'll go up by 2 to get my chest line, and I will also mark my neck width and depth 3 by 3. The 3 will be for the front. The 3 depth will be for the front. I'm only connecting the front neckline now. I'll connect the back later. So I'll mark my shoulder slope. I'll connect it. On the armhole, I'll measure out what is remaining on the armhole, divide it by 2. If you are following me for a while now, you know that this is how I normally do it. And I will mark. I'll go in by 0.7 and connect. You can go in by 0.5 because this is back that we're cutting. After that, I'll put my measurement, my bust measurement divided by 4 plus same allowance, the under bust plus same allowance, and the waistline, add your same allowance. Your same allowance can be 1.5 or 2 inches depending. And remember, this dress is not gonna be having any lining on it, okay? So I'll connect. I will go out on the waistline with half an inch to mark my zip tightening. It's important for me. On the waistline, you go out with half an inch to do your zip tightening. After that, I will cut. Remember, this is the back that we are cutting, so I will go down with 1.5 for the back neck depth. The back neck depth is going to be 1.5. I said earlier I'll be using this back to cut the front. And I'll continue cutting. So I'll use this back to cut the front. I'm going to fold my fabric into two for the front, as you can see, and I'll place the back on those fabric, and I'm going to fold in the zipper allowance. I'll fold it in and place it on top of the fabric. I'll fold in the zipper allowance, yes, as you can see it there, and place it on top of the fabric and measure out my shoulder. Remember, the shoulder is 8. I've marked it already. It's on the back, and I'll place my tape and mark another 8 inches. So the front shoulder line is going to be total 16. From there, I will connect it to the half length. I will make use of my ruler, as you can see me connecting it. After connecting, I will mark out all the lines, like the bust line, the under bust, the waist, and the half length. I use my ruler to connect it. I'll connect the chest line too. I'll mark out my shoulder slope. So on this chest line, I am going to like make a curve. I'm going to like connect it from that chest line. You can see the way I am curving it out. I'll connect it down to the half length. I did not take any measurement for this. I just connect it, make a curve from the chest line, come in like about 1.5 inches and connect it down to the waistline. That is all about the front. Okay, so I'll mark my neck depth, which is 3 inches, but you can make yours 2.5 because this is turtleneck. But I like mine to, I don't want it to be too tight. So the neck front width and depth is 3 by 3, while the back is 3 by 1.5. So I'll cut. You can see the way I'm cutting it. So while you are sewing it, you will use your back armhole to curve out your front armhole. I'll still show you how to do that. I'll mark out my neck and cut it out. Because if you watch closely, you see that the front doesn't have an armhole. When I open it up, it's going to look like this. You can see that the front is longer, and this is how I'm going to be pleating it. I'll pleat the front shoulder to get the back shoulder. Okay, so I'm cutting the down part. Here is my hip line and my waist, my hip. The 19 length inches is the knee part. So I'll place my tape like so, 16 inches. I'm minusing the upper part to get the full length of this dress. I'm marking out the full length, which is about 53 inches. So on the waistline, I will put down my waist measurement plus the seam allowance. On this hip line, I will do the same thing. Put my hip measurement plus seam allowance. On the knee line, I'm going to put my hip measurement and I'll add about 1 inch allowance. Then on the down part, I'm going to put down my hip measurement on the down part. I will not be adding any allowance. Remember, this is a pencil gown. All right, I'll put down the hip measurement on the down part. I will not be putting any allowance. Okay, then after that I will connect. I'll connect all. So if you want to achieve a fitted pencil gown, this is how you are going to cut it. So the next thing for me to do is to cut it out. This is for the front, and I'm going to place the front on another on a fabric to cut out the back. Remember, I'm cutting the down part of this dress. I'll cut the back using the front, and I'll add my zipper allowance. So this is the back. I'm done placing it. Okay, and I'm done cutting it out. Here is the back and here is the front. So this is the upper side. Like I was saying before, I'll be, after joining the back, this is how it's going to look like. I'll place the front like so, and on the shoulder I'm going to gather the front to reach the length of the back of the shoulder. If the length of the back of the shoulder is 4, the front I'll gather it to be 4 inches. I'll do the same on the other side, and I'll also gather the down part to be the same measurement on the back of the waist line. Okay, if I gather it, I'll come back and show you guys how it looks like. All right, so here is the sleeve. Remember, this sleeve is a little sleeve. So this is the way I've already cut out the sleeve, the way we normally cut out our sleeve. Okay, it's just 7 inches by the length. I'll use it and fold the down part. And here is the strap that I cut out for me to use it as a design. Remember, it has a design with this bias. So this strap that I cut out is 2 inches, and I'm going to fold it up and sew it. It's going to be 1 inch after sewing it. Okay, I'll just stitch a little. Yes, I'll fold it up like so and stitch, and I'll place this fancy bias on it, and I'll make a pleat. I'm showing you the way I'm going to do it. I will make a pleat. Like after sewing this stripe, is going to look like this. I'll be pleating it like so, and while pleating it, I will be sewing it on the front dress. You saw the way it is on the dress, so that is how I'm going to do it. And I've gone ahead and cut our turtleneck. This is the upper side, and this side will be the down part. And I'll also show you how to go about cutting this turtleneck, but my own turtleneck is going to be a little, is about 1.5 inches. So this is how you're going to do it. Like the way we cut our flare, you fold your dress and fold again it into 4. Okay, I'm just showing you, I'm using this as an illustration to show you how I cut this turtleneck. So on my radius is going to be 4. I use 4 as my radius. So this fabric is not up to 4 inches, but I'm making use of 1.5. Just imagine that this 1.5 is our 4. So the radius is 4. I connect it. Okay, so from that place, after cutting that 4, from that place I place my tape to get the length that I wanted for this. If it is 2 inches, you mark your 2 inches. If it is 1.5 you needed for your turtleneck, you mark 1.5. but just remember that the radius I use is 4. Okay, 4 inches is enough for any radius for your neckline. So after cutting, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, and it's going to relax, and I will slit it open and cut out another this thing for the lining. So I'm done joining the back. I've closed the zipper side. I'll still add the zipper. I've joined the down part, and here is what I was saying. You can see I've gone ahead and gathered the shoulder, as you can see, and it's up to the length of the back shoulder, and I've gathered the down part as well. So this is how it's looking like. Okay, here is the back. So I can now place it, the back and the front shoulder line is equal, as you can see it there. So what is left for me here now is to curve out my armhole. So you are going to place your back armhole to curve out your front armhole. Just curve it out a little. Okay, and I'll also sew the neckline. I'll also add my turtleneck on the neckline. And I'll start putting that fancy bias on this place. I go in by 6 inches. So I'm done adding the fancy bias. You can see the way I pleated in. I went in by 6 inches before placing it. Okay, and I've gone ahead and attach one of the sleeve. Okay, you can see that the sleeve is not even up to the armhole length, because I don't want it to be up to that. Remember to hem your armhole. And I've also gone ahead and put my turtleneck. You can see it's very little. So this is how I hem the armhole. So just place it and curve it out. I've already hemmed my armhole, because the sleeve I'm making use of is not up to the armhole length, so I don't want, after sewing it, that place will be looking tattered. So I will go ahead and add my zip, shape my dress, and come back and show you the final look. Thank you guys for watching. Please like this video and comment. Okay.